let's talk about skincare. My skin is probably in the best state it's been this whole year. Also today I'm filming with sunlight, so you can see my skin at like the full. There's no filter. My camera doesn't have any filter. You could just see fully how my skin is. I'm gonna tell you all the skincare tips I've learned throughout this year, the past couple of weeks, just new products I've been using. I got you. First, I want to say that my skin is combination, so the middle, my T-zone, is oily, the rest of my skin is dry. I take care of my skin specifically because I've learned how my skin and what products works with my skin. So obviously all the tips I'm gonna tell you is not gonna work on every single skin. It's just, if it helps you, it helps you. So try the tips and let me know. Tip number one, less is more. So don't do too much on your skin, because that's when my skin started getting better, is when I started using less products, but then I stayed consistent to my routine. Every other video that I make, I always tell this, but when I was younger, I loved to experiment. Like, I would go to the kitchen, I'll put eggs, whatever it is, I'll put it on my face because I heard somebody say like, oh, you're gonna get glowy skin or clear skin. And mind you, my skin was already good. I don't know, I just love to experiment on different things. And you know, half the time, my skin breaks out and I get some things, but I always get it back up. Next tip, hyaluronic acid is key. It has changed my skin, especially for dry skin, like the dry areas of my skin. So like down here, and I don't even put it on my forehead, just down here, I put hyaluronic acid every single night and my skin has been looking plumped. My favorite one is by The Ordinary, but I know Good Molecule has one. A lot of places have one. I mean, a lot of different brands have one. But if you want to start with hyaluronic acid, I would say Good Molecule because their percentage is very low. It just brings super uber duper moisture. So I do it right before my moisturizer and my skin just looks almost like glistening, glowing, plumped. I just love how my skin feels when I put on hyaluronic acid. Make sure it's not expired, because one time I had this hyaluronic acid for a long time. I stopped using it and then I went back to use it I think like a year later, and I'm pretty sure the shelf life is less than a year, and my skin broke out. And I was like, this is weird because my skin likes hyaluronic acid. Like, why am I breaking out? And then I checked and I was like, I know I got this like a year ago. So I changed it and now I really keep up with it. So for my morning and night, I use the La Roche-Posay, the blue face wash. I've been loving that, and I actually started using that about 6 months ago. It works for me. It cleans. My skin has been looking better than ever. Before I started using this, I started using CeraVe. I started using CeraVe, the cream to foam cleanser, and it takes off makeup, and it was working. But once I used that La Roche-Posay, it was like that extra oomph to it. Like, my skin was more glowy. It wasn't breaking out, obviously. My skin just loved it. If your face, like, you're going through hormonal changes, if you're getting acne out of nowhere, you've never had it, or you've been dealing with it for a long time, I personally say try to find a dermatologist or somebody that's licensed that can help you with it, because that's so important to really figure out. One thing I've been struggling with is discoloration all over my face, just like around my mouth, around my eyes, just like back here. Also, if I get any type of acne, the discoloration stays there for a long time. So I partnered with Apostrophe and I was prescribed tretinoin and sunscreen, and these two are specifically made for my skin, and those treatment plans are prescribed by a dermatology provider or expert derm team on the Apostrophe platform, and then Apostrophe connects you to an expert derm team. And for me, the sign-up process was so simple. I had a consultation, so they asked me a bunch of questions about my skin, and I even took a picture towards the end, like just in different angles, and I sent it to them, and they saw my questions and the pictures, and I was prescribed the tretinoid and sunscreen. So this is how I use both of the products. I use the tretinoin at nighttime, and if you don't know what tretinoin is, it basically helps speed up the process of shedding your old skin and helps you bring out the new healthy skin, which helps with discoloration, acne scars, acne, and sun damage, and just helps your skin look healthy. I put the sunscreen in the morning. I've been really staying consistent with wearing sunscreen, and I usually put about 2 finger lengths. It might sound like a lot, but that's really how much we're supposed to use. This does not leave a white cast. I just keep rubbing it in, and then after a few minutes it kind of just blends into my skin. I've learned this year that wearing sunscreen is so important. I've seen my skin transform, and wearing sunscreen is crucial. It prevents us from sun damage and premature aging, and especially reapplying it throughout the day is so important. I put the rest of the sunscreen on my hands because I get my nails done a lot, and that helps protect me from the UV lamp. I've been using it the past couple of weeks and I've been seeing a progress. The past month my skin has just changed, and I've been taking some progress pictures. So here are some of my progress pictures, and it's because of different things, but I've been incorporating this with my skincare routine and I've seen a difference and I'm happy about it. The next tip I'll say is dry your skin. I stopped drying my face after washing my face. I don't know why, and I actually got fungal acne, which is basically, it's bumps, but the bumps are not red or anything. It's just your skin color, but you can see the texture. Like your skin has so much texture. My skin had so much texture. Sometimes it would itch. It had fungal acne because I didn't want to dry my face after washing my face, because I heard somebody say, I saw something online, I don't know what I was younger when I did that, but they said, oh yeah, I just wash my face and I leave it to air dry. My skin does not do that. Maybe some people's skin will, but my skin, I need to dry it. Right after I wash my face, dry it, then moisturize. Another thing I didn't do that era of my life, which I should have done, is moisturize right after, because I felt like my skin was still damp. So how can I put some type of like moisturizer? Like oil and water doesn't go together. I don't know what I was thinking. That ruined my face for like a year. And then I started drying my face again. I went to the doctors. They said, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. And my skin got back to place. It's a small tip, but this tip really changed my skin. It might be an obvious tip, but maybe someone doesn't know it. Maybe someone needs to hear it. The next tip I'll say is something is that so hard at nighttime when you come back and you're just so tired and you just want to go to bed, but take off your makeup. I get tired fast. If I'm sitting and somebody turns on the TV, that's my lullaby. I'll sleep so quickly. So if I have makeup on, I have no energy to go upstairs, take off my makeup and go to bed. But even those times, I push myself. Even if I'm sleeping, I'm still taking off the makeup, cleanser oil, just washing my face and going to bed. If I don't take off my makeup, the next day I'll have acne. I'll wake up with acne. And it's because of the oil from the foundation, the concealer, the powder, you know, just different things. And then even like mascara, styes are a real thing. If you don't know what a stye is, it's basically like a bump under your eyes. And if you have dirt left over, if you don't wash your eyebrows, eyelashes, and just like take care of your eyes. And styes can be dangerous. Like it could go, I've seen it in one of my family members, like she always struggles with styes, and so I've seen that, but she always washes her eyes, and it just becomes this thing of like, once you have this stye and it becomes really inflamed, it kind of just, it's easier to get styes from then. So you just want to avoid that. For the eye part, wash your mascara, double cleanse. I feel like this is the most important part when it comes to makeup to like really pay attention to, so get some type of cotton pad. I like using cleanser balms, the e.l.f. one, the Estee Lauder, there's just different kinds, or cleansing oil. Those are really good, and to just go over it. With makeup, you don't know, especially if you wore that makeup the whole day, you think you'll take it off in one wash. Like that's what I think every time I wash my face. I'm like, I don't think I'm done with it. And even I get a cotton pad after and put some type of toner and I go like this. If I see any type, I'll wash my face again. That one wash of like 3-minute wash could save you from breaking out. Wash your makeup off before going to bed. Another thing I'm gonna add is wash your makeup brushes. There was a time where I didn't wash my makeup for the longest time. And this is when I first started wearing makeup to like, you know, events, dinners and everything like that. And I did not wash my brushes for months. And I'm pretty sure it was the beauty blender, but it made me break out. And it was right here. And I'm like, and at that time I only wore concealer, so I knew it was the beauty blender and the brushes. That can also cause acne. Make sure you have like a regular, especially if you wear makeup every day, make sure you have weekly or bi-weekly where you just get all your brushes, get a dish soap, just wash it all off, take all the grease, everything. Keep up with it. Just makeup in general, make sure your makeup's not expired. I know makeup is expensive, but your skin is more worth than all of those things. If they're expired, throw it away. The next tip is not only to drink water, but to take chlorophyll and Seamoss. If you know me, you know that me and Seamoss, we're like this. Seamoss has literally changed my life. I started taking it when I was, I think 20. Right now I'm 24, so like, no, sorry. I started taking Seamoss 2 years ago. And like when I was 22, and I've seen the biggest difference for my skin. If I could say number one thing is my energy and my skin. My skin has always had texture. Like, and it wasn't bad, but do you see now? It looks like almost no texture at all. But before I kind of had a little bit right here, and then especially around my nose area, sometimes down here, which is like hormonal. And how I knew it was Seamoss is earlier this year, I stopped taking it for, I'm pretty sure like 3-4 months. My skin started getting texture again. It just felt like my energy was getting lower, and I was like, it's Seamoss. That's the biggest change. But let me say another thing, another disclaimer. Make sure to check with your doctor if you have any type of like thyroid issues or any type of hormonal or anything like that. Check with your doctor if you could take it, because Seamoss is heavy on iodine. Iodine goes straight to thyroid. It just could do a lot of things. So now, instead of telling anyone and everyone to take Seamoss, I'm like, make sure doctor approves it if you don't know about it. And I'm pretty sure it has changed other things that I probably didn't notice. I want to lean more to holistic medicine. This is the chlorophyll I take. I showed it in my last video, the chlorophyll and probiotics, but chlorophyll helps with your skin. Chlorophyll is what makes plants and trees and everything green. It's what dyes it. So I take this mainly because it's an internal deodorant. When you sweat, your sweat doesn't smell as bad. Just everything, a deodorant for your insides. So those are the 3 main things that have really helped me with my skin. I feel like those are the supplements. You have to start with your inside. You know, your gut health is so important for your skincare. The next tip is sunscreen. I've seen the biggest difference wearing sunscreen. My skin looks more even. Know what kind of SPF is good for you. All of us have different shades of skin. If you have lighter skin, maybe you need higher SPF. I saw some type of video last week where it says back in the 20s, people who are 23, they look like 40. They were saying like, why do we now look younger than how people looked back then? You know, there's other factors, obviously, but sunscreen plays a big role. It's like now people are actually being aware and wearing sunscreen, reapplying sunscreen, and making it such an important thing, which it should be. Listen, we're gonna be young. If you wanna stay looking young, wear that sunscreen. Besides looking young, taking care of your skin, it does protect you from actual bigger problems than that. And also sun damage. I don't even know when I got this, but I was a teenager, I'm pretty sure. But I used to never wear sunscreen and I started getting these spots. And my mom was like, oh, you're already getting sun damage? I was like, what is sun damage? And she was like, please wear sunscreen because it's only you're gonna get more dots like this. And I'm like, oh, I got freckles. No, it's sun damage. I don't want any more. I layer that sun damage. I layer that sunscreen in the morning. I reapply it. I have the super goop spray, so throughout the day, I just like spray it. I just ran out, so I need to go to Sephora and get more. But I love the super goop spray. I wore it during the beach to like tan and my skin was even, nothing was burnt. Take care of the largest organ in your body, wear that sunscreen, drink water, take care of your diet, and you will level up your skin. I hope at least one of these tips will help you. And if you have any tips or something that's like your holy grail skincare tip, leave it in the comments. I would love to read it. I always love finding out new things, especially I love learning from you. Cause like I know I sit and talk, but I also wanna hear your feedback. Let me know your favorite tip that I've said, and let me know if you want me to share other things. I really hope you enjoyed this video and come again.